I think I'll just give this a shot with a flash. Got my little book. Been meaning to do this for a while. YouTube. Been a minute. I wasn't really planning on showing my face, but stumbled across a lot of these videos with guys just kind of setting up the camera and talking to it, just like the old days of YouTube, and thought it was pretty interesting. Thought maybe I could share a little bit, I guess, about my story. Hopefully it's of some help to some other young 20-something dude out there, or lady. Just looking back, started kind of like the trends, I guess you see, keeping a little notebook, just kind of how I'm doing throughout the months. Not super consistent. I mean, like, I have March 9th, then like March 14th, and it'll jump all the way to March 28th, you know, it's like once every 2 weeks. Not even necessarily stuff about myself, just kind of things in general, but filming this from Japan. I've been here for, I think, 8 days already. It's day 9, just kind of chilling. I'm on the 5th-story balcony of a hotel here in the Bay. You can see the Disney World, or Disneyland, right here, off to the side. But I think I'm gonna rant a bit. I'm gonna chop this down maybe if the footage looks decent. I think the main thing I kind of just wanted to focus on this time around was a year ago, truly about 1 year ago, I thought my life was completely done. 100% over. I was 24. I had a really bad year mourning the loss of like my grandparent, or my grandmother, who I was really close to. She was like a mother to me. And yeah, it was a year, 2023 was a rough year. I was mourning that. Put my cat down at the beginning of that year as well, and it was pretty rough. And I let it put a pretty negative strain on my relationship at the time. My relationship collapsed, which I think a lot of it I take responsibility for, which is totally fine, you know. It wasn't a relationship I thought that was gonna end, you know. I thought I was gonna get married, and I had planned my whole life with this person. Obviously that didn't work out. Here I am, overseas, sitting in a hotel, filming a YouTube video that I may or may not post. But I think the message I wanted to get out was that if you told me a year ago today, you would be like, that I would be totally fine. Like, I mean, I feel like I wouldn't believe you. And it's easy to say, like, yeah, obviously you know you're going to be fine when these things happen. You know, you're mourning a loss. At the time, I was failing in, like, my careers, which really sucked. And then, you know, my relationship fell apart. So I got hit with the combo of, like, broke, alone, mourning family. And then, yeah, it was a shitty year, but it really was a good motivator. And I think what I really would like want to tell everybody is that, you know, one, it's never too late. It's never too late to meet somebody. It's never too late to try a new job. It's never too late to go back to school. It's what I'm doing. And it's never too late to just kind of figure it out, you know? It doesn't have to be some lofty big thing. I really thought, like, my life came to an end. And in a sense, you know, it did, in the sense of, like, my life with that person, my life at on that path came to a close. And whether or not that's a good thing, I mean, time will truly tell. Right now, for the first time in a long time, I'm pretty like proud of myself. I feel really great. I'm not trying to brag, but more so in the sense of like, yeah, things can seem pretty bleak and shitty, and then it may turn around. You never know, because I'm filming here from a resort in Japan. I went back to school. I have a 4.0. I'm likely gonna study here next year at some point. I got accepted on like a pre-med track. I was always scared that I couldn't go to school because, you know, I don't come from money. Never really had a lot of money. But somehow, some way, I got a lot of scholarships, and like I'm basically getting paid to go to school. And like I never thought something like that could happen for someone like me, you know? And damn, guys, sometimes it really takes a big shift in your life to really kick you in the right direction, you know? And in my case, I think everything combining into me losing my relationship was like, hey, wake up call, you know, you gotta get your fucking shit together, because it's easy to be satisfied with nothing when you have like someone there with you. And that's not a bad thing on a relationship. That's not a negative of a relationship, you know. But in my sense, I relied too much on someone else for like comfort and to feel like what I was doing was okay. And it's like, oh shit, what am I doing? And I'm sure everybody has felt that way at some point. I definitely have. And it's gonna be alright, you know? It really is. You see things, it seems kind of corny, but shit, guys, if you're mourning the death of a family member, if you lost your job, if you're struggling in school, if you're thinking about going back to school, if you just got dumped, you know, try to deal with it in a really healthy way, rather than like going and trying to date and hook up with a bunch of people. I kind of just dedicated most of my time to working and going to school, and I've gotten a few raises at my job. You know, I don't work like a crazy awesome job at the moment, but you know, I've gotten a lot of raises, and now I get paid pretty well for what I do, and it enables me to still go full-time to school in the evenings. So it's if I could say anything to anyone, it would be really think about where you would like to be and how you have to get there without really worrying about if it's too late or if you can do it, you know? Because yeah, you could fail. I might fail. I might not make it, you know? I want to be a doctor, 25, late start. Kind of like I'm barely a sophomore, but I have a 4.0 still. I have a really solid work ethic compared to when I was 18. I'm in the honors program. On the surface of it, I thought it was too late for me, but it doesn't really feel like that anymore. I mean, shit, I'm only 25. And in your case, you may be younger, maybe slightly older, but I met a colleague, you could say. There's an older guy that kind of switched careers. He was just working as an electrician up until about 30, and then he didn't want to do it anymore. Went back to school, did kind of what I'm aspiring to do, all the way to a medical degree. Granted, he was able to take that risk because he had set himself up to do so. But became a doctor, I think, in his early 40s, and loves it. Really changed his life. And I changed mine. And I think a lot of y'all could too. Probably chop this up, maybe throw in some B-roll footage in Japan, some pictures. But shit, guys, it's a really interesting life, man. And you know, sometimes you don't have a lot of time, but sometimes you do. And I think you gotta stop and kind of smell the roses. Think about your future. Yeah, I think it's alright, man.